Hi everyone and welcome inside the Robins Center. I'm Bob Black, one-on-one time conversation with Spider freshman standout De'Monte Buckingham. Buck, let's start by talking team first. We'll get to what you've done individually in a moment. But from the team perspective, non-conference play ends, you're muddling along at 6-6. And all of a sudden, there's a different vibe, at least to outsiders. What's going on with you guys? How come there have been so many wins and so few losses since conference play started?
I felt like it started with the Oral Roberts loss. Our seniors, they got us together, like Chandra and TJ, was like, look, we have to put this loss behind us, and because conference play is ready to start. And like TJ said, like this is when it really gets real, like body starts getting tired and stuff like that, but we have to just dial in and come together. So we all just got together and was just like, look, it's time to toughen it out and just see what we can do in the conference and go each team, take one game at a time and see what's gonna happen.
Individually, you've been credited for a lot of that, for bringing energy to the locker room, for bringing energy to the court, and you've had some success, two-time Rookie of the Week in the Atlantic 10. A lot of us would look at that and say, wow, it's really happened fast for this freshman, De'Monte Buckingham. How fast has it happened for you?
I say it happened real fast because like when conference play started, I feel like my game just went to a whole nother level. I started just playing like myself. I feel like I wasn't playing like myself at first. Like my confidence was real low, but once conference play started, I just had that mindset like, Buck, it's time to start playing like yourself, start doing the things you know you can do, and everything just started going well. I started knocking down shots, getting defensive stops, just being loud on the floor, and like I feel like some of the seniors actually like rely on me also like during the games. Like TJ, he really relies on me a lot. Me and him, we also have personal talks. He just tell me like just like be that dog on the floor I know you can be, and just play hard as you can. Each and every possession, I always tell him I got him.
What did you draw upon to regain that confidence? I mean, in high school, you were a great player, I would think, all the way through. Was there a moment even in high school where you had to refocus on that confidence? How did that happen?
I want to say I had to my confidence came from just like when I knew conference play was coming up. I just started I got in the gym late night, just started shooting shots up, like getting a lot of shots up, just watching the shot go in, just saying like, okay, I know I can make these shots in the game. So I don't know why I'm like my confidence is low. So I just started shooting more, and like I feel like it started with the Texas Tech game though. Like I was just letting it fly, and my shots was falling, and ever since then it kicked off from there.
All right, that said, you've had a couple of what I would call signature moments here recently. Let's start. The first one came in the St. Bonaventure game. You had a double-double, so that was a great effort. But there was certainly a signature moment there with the block shot on the attempted dunk with you guys leading by 3 points. So let's go through that play. First, let me start with the negative, the pass that led to the breakaway. What about the pass?
This is like as soon as it left my hands, I said, oh man, I knew it was a turnover. And like I looked at, I took a quick look at Mooney and I seen his face, and I said, I got to get this one back. So like once he stole it, and like I saw him like running, I said, I got to meet him at the court like somewhere. So like I met him and we both jumped at the same time, and I felt like I knew I was gonna block it because like he had it out there, and so I just stuck my hand out and got my hand right on the ball, and so luckily the ref didn't call a foul, and the fans went wild, and Chandra advanced it, and TJ hit a three.
How good a block was that for you? You're leading the team this year in blocks. I'm sure you had some spectacular ones in high school. Where does that one rank?
I feel like this is probably my best block of my life right now. Like it was crazy because I feel like that really changed the momentum of the game, because went from a 3-point game to like we won by like it won by a lot. So I just feel like it changed the whole game. And like my teammates actually always keep telling me like, man, that block was crazy. Like they still not over it, and I believe some of the fans still not over it. So I'm just trying to bring more memories for fans to see.
That block would have stood in and of itself, certainly, but the way the play ends with a three from one of your senior leaders, the place is going nuts. I don't know if Coach has a flair for the dramatic or he was doing it because of strategy, but he calls a timeout after the three so that you guys can celebrate and the place goes nuts. How much more impactful was it because TJ knocked down that shot?
Yeah, I feel like once I got the block, like I saw like the crowd just like everybody just stood up in belief, like wow, that just happened. And then once TJ hit the three, the fans was just going wild. And then Coach Mooney called his timeout, and the first thing he just came to me, he hit me on my chest and said, like, great block, good block. And I said, yeah, you know, I got you. And I was like, I couldn't let that one go. Like, cause like I'm built on like hustle plays and just like down on the floor, taking charge and stuff like that. So I just feel like I couldn't let that one go. So I had to get that block.
Did you ever get yelled at for the turnover?
Nah, he didn't say anything to me about the turnover. I guess it's because I got the block. If I would have like let the man go, he probably said something to me about it. But I believe that he knew I was going to like make something happen, like make it up for turning the ball over.
Good for you. All right, the other one was maybe not as well known as the block, but it came in the St. Joe's game on the road, the sequence that you had with De'Monte, excellent player for St. Joe's. So you block his shot from behind at one end of the court. He blocks your shot at the other end, and then you knock down a three right after it. And we noticed some staring going back and forth between the two of you. Take us through it.
Yeah, I can say he was a great player, the guard. Like I say, like I guess he didn't know I was behind him, so he tried to go right up, and I jumped way before him, and I got the block. And I came down, I looked at him, and he just looked at me. He was like, okay, I like that. And I said, I know you do. And then came down next play, he got me back. And I said, okay, I like that. And then TJ ended up getting the ball in the post, and I was over there, I was reaching my hands, and I said, yo. He threw it to me, and then like De'Monte came out, I shot it like right in his face and went in, all net. And I looked at him, and I said, yeah, And then he just looked at me and said nothing. We ran back, and then their coach called the timeout. And it was just going on from there. Like, yeah, but he's a great player. He was outstanding in check.
You like that kind of thing,
yeah,
don't you?
I
Kind of
love
feed
stuff
off
like
it,
that,
don't you?
yeah.
Do you feel it's coming more from teams in the A-10 now that maybe they're going to try and test this unproven freshman and throw him off his game a little bit? How are you handling
Yeah,
that?
like more teams, they've been like talking to me, like especially when I walk past their bench, say like, just like show me what you've been about, like show me what you've been doing and stuff like that. Like even in the games, people been talking to me, but I've been talking to a player like if you want to take it there, we can go there. Like I just love that type of intensity in the game, like talking and stuff like that. I just want to be that hard-nosed player. Like, I'm not gonna back down from nobody. I don't care how older you are than me. Like if you're seeing I'm a freshman, I'm still gonna go at you no matter what. I'm just that type of player, and I feel like Coach Mooney loves that. That type of dog on the floor and just go get it. Like just go get it.
You're a hometown player also. Yeah. How important is that to you? And do you understand also, conversely, how important it is to the program to have homegrown guys like you and Nick Sherrod?
I feel like the fans, they love it because I always get like tweets and stuff about like fans saying like I'm so glad you're here, so glad you stayed home and stuff like that. So and it's a great because my family can always come see me play when I'm home, and especially like for Nick also, it's like his family's always here at home games, and like I say even the away games, my mom, she always tries to travel to every single game, so it's just great. But like the fans, like I appreciate the love. They always show love to me, like on and off the floor, by just telling me like they love seeing me here, and just going to love seeing me play all 4 years and stuff like that. So it's just a great feeling when I hear that stuff coming from the fans.
All right. Lastly, got to ask you about the headband. Yeah. Take us back to when that started, why you started wearing it.
It started 10th grade, summer of AAU. I used to watch a lot of LeBron James highlights. So I just said, I'm going to give it a try. And I just started wearing it. And every single game, I've just been wearing it. But like in high school, like my coach, like he was like real big on like everybody like looking the same, like uniform and stuff. So I went up to him and asked him, I said, Coach, like, can I wear a headband? Like was begging, like, please, I'm trying to wear a headband this year. And he said, all right, let's make a deal. And I said, okay, what's the deal? And he said, if you finish this first semester before basketball season starts with a 3.0, I'll let you wear the headband. And I said, okay, that's a done deal. So I was like working my tail off during school and all that, and I finished like a 3.1. And he said he congratulated me on it, and I've been wearing the headband ever since then.
When you were recruited by Richmond, did that conversation come up at all with Coach Mooney?
Yes.
Tell me about
it. Yes, definitely. The day, like I already knew I was gonna commit, and I asked Coach Mooney right before I came in. I said, Coach Mooney, do you have any problem with me wearing a headband? And he said, no, you can wear anything you want to wear. And then I was like, okay, that's great with me. And then after that, I was committed right away.
What did you think about the way it's taken off in the Robins Center to the point that there's Headband Day against George Mason?
It's a blessing. Like it's just real, like a real blessing. Like just to see that the fans, like they love that I wear headband. And I feel like the headband is a trademark. Everybody like knows me for my headband. Like even my teammates always tell me like if I don't have it, like if we shooting around, I don't have it on. They be like, Buck, put your headband on, or where your headband at, like stuff like that. So it's just crazy how everybody just feeding off this headband and stuff like that.
Great start to your career, De'Monte. Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you, appreciate it.